Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Joel Meyer. How are we doing today, Joel? How's the weekend been?
Not good, Ryan. And the weekend didn't even end on the weekend. Monday night was just brutal. I mean, thank God the college basketball is over because it was okay. Last year with UConn, it was brilliant. This is the total opposite. Total is disaster. Of course, we had Auburn, and then we loaded everything on Duke, and then okay, fuck it, we'll just spend a lot of money on Houston on Monday because I'm watching at the bar. That didn't work out as well. All three teams were leading at the final timeout, like the final TV timeout. They're all leading, and they all lost in spectacular fashion, especially in the case of Duke. Fuck them. That was absolutely brutal. And Monday, they had the most outstanding player live odds open, and the Richard guy for Florida was killing it, and he was still like 70 to 1. So I'm like, okay, I'll bet this. And every time he hit a three, hit a shot, I'm like, okay, I'll bet it again. 50 to 1, 35 to 1, 20 to 1. By the half, he was down to 3 to 1 because the other guy, their best player, Walter Clayton, didn't score a single point. And I'm like, well, he's not winning. So even if Florida win, I'm doing all right. And then, of course, he doesn't score anything in the second half, and then Walter Clayton goes off. And and fucking Florida win. Houston didn't even get a shot off in like the last 4 possessions. Kept turning the ball over. It was absolutely ridiculous how they managed to lose. Thankfully, I was just about to go to a show. One of my favorite bands, Kraftwerk, old electronic music, which was cleansing of the soul. But let's just put it that way. But it still hurts a lot, and now I'm going to lose a whole bunch more on the Masters, like I do every year. It's a tradition like no other. We'll talk about that later, I guess. But no, I'm really grateful that college basketball's over and this hockey season's over. Like we were talking, like Lent is treating us nicely this year. No, it caught up to us in a big way all at once.
Yeah, we got a bit greedy. We got a little bit too confident beforehand because I mentioned that you're here as always, but you weren't here last night with me, and I gave out some plays, and they're not looking too great so far.
I didn't even know you went live.
Just show yesterday. Talk some futures as well. Looking at tonight's slate, not going too well for me. So hopefully you faded me, given my track record this season. That would not be too surprising. Top of the show. If you like that, if you like losing picks, subscribe to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on Apple, on Spotify, on YouTube. Appreciate all the support. Hopefully we can get it going for the playoffs. I feel like the playoffs have been much better for us over the past few years, and I feel like we have a better handle of things when it's just the best teams going against each other, full motivation.
Yeah, well, anything beats the last, month or two of the NHL regular season. It's hard.
Yeah.
Like you said, we got too greedy on Saturday. I'm definitely betting a lot less now. So take my opinion for what it is. It's not worth a lot. We'll do our puck bets. That was for Saturday a few days ago now, but we're not going to run from our horrible picks. I went 2-10, down 183. I'm down now to 234 puck bucks left until I have to go to the puck buck loan shark. You went 3-10 and down 151, but you're still on the black on the year, plus 4.34 there. I don't want to go over all of these, but I mentioned last night that it seemed like all of your totals lost, and like most of them did. Most of them did there. There's a reason why I've been betting totals this year. Just totally forgot that lesson. Just went full bore into these overs.
I mean, we don't have to run through them, but any of these games kind of stick out to you?
Still sleeping for the Rangers. Devils over. Devils won that one 4-0. Thanks a lot, Rangers. I don't know how to. Like I said, my attention was all on the basketball, unfortunately. I don't know.
Pittsburgh had the dueling hat tricks with Crosby and Dadonov, both getting hat tricks there. 5-3 game. Senators shut out the Panthers. It seemed like the Panthers were, potentially tanking a bit to try to get a better first-round matchup or whatever first-round matchup they wanted there. Ducks lost to the Canucks. Canucks showed up for once. Leafs shut out the Blue Jackets. Flyers Habs, we thought for sure was going over. That was a 1-0 game for a while. Blues beat the Avs 5-4. We thought that was going under, and had the Avalanche. Like, just nothing really went our way there on Saturday.
Absolutely not. Yeah, these though. I pushed a couple of these.
Did you? Oh, in like your actual bets.
Yeah, but of course, DraftKings, they don't have the flat lines, so we got to use these juicy or
like the Seattle San Jose game. That was 5-1, and you had a 6.5, so you got screwed here.
Yep, and the Carolina Boston one under 6. I had
under 6. Yeah, that was a 4-2.
There was some garbage time goal there, I'm sure.
Probably, yeah. So hopefully this upcoming weekend is better. You got the Augusta right around the corner, and SGPN is back with Splash Sports for a big contest, up to $30,000 in prizes and only a $25 entry fee. Get in today at splashsports.com/SGPN. That is splashsports.com/SGPN, and make sure you tune into the Golf Gambling Podcast, Steffi Small Show, and Bottom Line Bombs for all your Masters picks, as well as Joel's picks later on here in the show. Ovi did it on Sunday. Any commentary? Any thoughts on him doing that? Doing it against the Islanders? Doing it, in one more game than Gretzky did? Like, he tied it in the same amount of games. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that was a real special moment. His celebration was epic. Just the belly flop there. Yeah, you could tell his teammates love him. Like, that's been like a galvanizing thing for the Capitals. Big reason why they've done so well this year, because they obviously in the offseason they really strengthened the team. But I think there's the coaching has been excellent from the future Jack Adams winner, Spencer Carberry. But it's more about the love the teammates have for Ovechkin, and I think that's been a real motivating factor and a good reason why they have succeeded this year. But it was really special. It was I was cheering for it to happen, and I'm glad it did. Like, really quickly too. Like, they didn't draw it out. He didn't make us wait. He just went. He was on pace for like 56 goals if he played every game.
Yes, I had him for Rocket Richard, and then he broke his leg.
Damn. Yeah, he might have got it too with Draisaitl keep on missing games.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I was really moved by that. I got to see the whole ceremony actually, because they played the whole game on afterwards, and I turned it on, and it was like literally a minute before he scored, so I didn't have to see the rest of the game. I just got to see the whole ceremony and everything. So Gretzky was great, very gracious. Loved the Gordie Howe pin on his jackets. Family there, beautiful scenes.
Yeah, good stuff for Ovi. We'll see if he can get 1,000. I know he said he might go back to the KHL once his contract is up after next year. But I mean, if he's going strong and could potentially get 1,000, I think he might come back for one more year. Especially, like you said, the Capitals are built pretty well now. The front office went out, got some support for him, took a chance on Dubois, took a chance on Chychrun, these other guys as well. They're hit on all of them. Carberry's been great. So yeah, we'll see if they can keep this going into the playoffs. So I think that's the big thing for them. Like, they got Ovi for his record. Now, can they keep that motivation going against likely the Canadians in the first round? I feel like could be a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, it'll be a fun series. I'll be cheering for the Habs. Well, actually, I do have some Capitals bets like a long time ago, 60-1, but I don't think they're winning the cup anyway. But so just as a fan, I want the Canadians to win.
Yeah, hockey is better when the Canadian teams are good. I mean, that's just what it is.
Some of them.
Well, the Leafs are going to choke. You know that.
It is fun to hate the Leafs too. Like, it's not as fun when they're just terrible.
Yeah, they have to be good but not great.
They have to make the playoffs. So we can laugh at them when they lose in round 1.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll do some more futures talk after the 5-game slate here. We're not going to be recording on Wednesday. That's why we're going tonight. Only 5 games on Wednesday. We can get right into that. Starting at 7 o'clock here, got the Toronto Maple Leafs plus 136 at the Tampa Bay Lightning minus 162, under 6.5 minus 135, over 6.5 plus 114. Joel, take it away.
The Atlantic Division race could be back on. The strong Lightning win against the Rangers. It would be Belinsky's special, but the Leafs, of course, are playing tonight in Florida and currently losing. So if they lose this one in regulation, this one, would it tie the lead for the division? They'd be tied, and then I think Lightning have more regulation wins.
If the Lightning win tomorrow, in regulation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
So definitely a lot in the line here. And the Leafs, they're shorthanded too. That they left McCabe, Who else did they not bring on the trip?
Like Camp as well.
Yeah, okay.
That's not a big deal.
Much.
No.
But yeah. Anyway, huge line movement though for the Panthers. I guess they got some guys back. I didn't bet anything today.
Well, yeah, the Panthers on Sunday sat out like Reinhart, Bennett, Forsling, and Barkov was still out. And for tonight,
right, so all the Leafs were like theorizing conspiratorially or whatever the word is. My brain is fried.
Biz had his tinfoil hat on.
Right, thinking that the Panthers were trying to get the 4 spot to play the Leafs.
And they still might if the Lightning take care of business. I mean, yeah, it might be a 2-3 Leafs Panthers.
Indeed. But for this one, you got to bet the Lightning now. I don't expect the Leafs to get a lot of love here. I mean, the line moved against them radically today, so I wouldn't expect the same kind of thing tomorrow. Kind of like the over, but Vasilevsky's been playing like the best goalie since the new year, and then the Leafs played who? Stolarz tonight? Yeah, I guess
it was it was Wall tonight.
Oh, didn't give Stolarz a chance to beat his old teammate. All right, so Stolarz, actually, Wall's been a little better for the last couple months, so doesn't really make a difference anyway. So no feeling for the total, but just bet the Lightning now would be my only recommendation.
Yeah, I completely agree with pretty much all of that. Stolarz has improved recent weeks, 2 goals or fewer in 4 straight starts, only 5 goals allowed in that span. So has been playing better more recently. Vasilevsky has looked incredible in net for the Lightning. I mentioned that last night as a part of the argument why Hellebuck shouldn't win the Hart is because, Hellebuck's not head and shoulders above the next best goalie. Like Vasilevsky's right there. Kemper's numbers are looking really good. And I just don't think people will give it to a goalie when you have Draisaitl, McKinnon, and Kucherov had 3 points last night. He's like not out of the conversation totally. So I'm continuing to fade Hellebuck in the futures market. For this one, at this price, take the Lightning. If the Leafs get to this number, plus 160, take the Leafs. I'm probably not going to be betting this. I would look to the under between Stolarz and Vasilevsky there.
Do the Oilers play tomorrow? Yeah, they do. We'll talk about Draisaitl then. Yeah, carry on.
Yeah. Who do you think the Leafs go with in the playoffs? Stolarz or Wall?
This is a philosophical debate. Like we got the more nerdy analytical types saying that they should keep switching, use a tandem, and then the old school guys just pick one goalie kind of thing. And I think that they will just pick one goalie. I think that it will be Stolarz still. That's the guy that they've generally ruled as a starter, even though they've been going back and forth quite a bit when they've both been healthy. But I do think that Stolarz is the 1A. So until he shits the bed, then it'll be Stolarz, I imagine.
Yeah, I think Stolarz has the higher upside, so you got to ride with him until he has a bad start or two. I was looking at Conn Smythe odds recently. DraftKings has both goalies at 100-1. FanDuel has Stolarz at 95 and Wall at 150. So FanDuel sees Stolarz as a starter there.
Well, I would say that's a shitty bet, but if the Leafs would win the cup, it would have to take some miraculous goaltending. So I guess that's the way to play the Leafs.
Well, I remember Friedman talking about it. Like they were going to do a segment on what award would the Leafs be most likely to win this season, and he was going to do Stolarz. He was talking about it, but like that never came to fruition there. So I mean, that would. I mean, you think it would be Matthews, but if Marner has a great playoffs, Nylander, Tavares is looking good. Like it could just go to the goalies.
I don't know if this guy's full of shit, but if this is genuine.
Oh, sorry. We're both calling at the same time.
Delano, a new fan of the show. You guys are teaching Jamaican about hockey betting, so that's IRA. That's the way to say it. Cheers.
I don't know if that passes the shark sniff test, but shout out Delano. Yeah,
that's exactly. I don't trust any of these comments from people I don't know.
Victor in the chat as well. We could just have one shark in the water.
Exactly.
All right. We are brought to you by Edge Boost. Ever had your deposit blocked by your bank right before a big bet? Ever needed cash at 2 a.m. for another shot at tables, but hit your ATM limit? Edge Boost has your back. Edge Boost is the first ever bank account built for bettors. With Edge Boost, all your gambling related transactions will always be approved. No more headaches. And for you high rollers, you can move up to $250,000 a day on your Edge Boost Visa debit card with unlimited withdrawals. This works 24/7 for instant deposits. Never wait for a wire to clear again. It gets better. Every time you deposit into a qualified gambling account, you earn cashback rewards up to 0.5%. All this for no usage fees and no minimum balance. This is a bank account, not a credit card, so there is no approval required or credit checks. Finally, Edge Boost has a suite of responsible gambling tools to help you manage your bankroll and make informed decisions. What are you waiting for? Go to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. That's edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. Sign up for Edge Boost today. And also brought to you by mybookie.ag. MyBookie is your place to bet on every sport, including the Masters, plus props for every game. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations, easy deposit, and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. Down here to 7:30, we got the Philadelphia Flyers plus 154 at the New York Rangers minus 185, over 5.5 minus 120, under 5.5 plus 100 here. I'll be in the building. I'm going with my Fly guys here at plus 154. Rangers coming off two horrible losses, 4-0 at New Jersey, then 5-1 over Tampa Bay, or against Tampa Bay there, 18-18 and 3 at home. Flyers aren't great on the road, 12-18-8, but been playing looser, been playing better hockey under Brad Shaw here. Sam Harrison looked better against Montreal, so like the Flyers here as underdogs, plus 154. As for the total, I want it to be a high-scoring game, but I don't think I'm confident enough to take either side there.
Yeah, I mean, the Rangers have pretty much given up that 10-minute stretch, just giving up 3 goals to the Lightning in the last game. And, yeah, just not scoring against the Devils. They look like they're kaput. Their dreams are dead, not making the playoffs, although I still bet the over. This is I still believe in the in the Rangers games going over. Their defense is just so bad. Shesterkin is playing his ass off. Can't blame him for this bad stretch at the end of the season for the Rangers. But yeah, he's not going to be enough to prevent this game from going over. And the Flyers, yeah, they're just playing out this season. We've been over this a few times. They're just turned into a total over team. Yeah, I like the over 5.5, and yeah, definitely like the Flyers as well. Oh, you said you're in the building? You're going?
I'm going to the game with a old college buddy who's a Rangers fan, so should be a good time.
Nice. Yeah, that explains why you can't do the pod tomorrow.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, give me the Flyers. Give me the over.
Yeah, give me some Michkov props too there at MSG. He'll be showing off. All right, down to 8 p.m. here. I got the San Jose Sharks plus 245 at the Minnesota Wild minus 305. Wild puck line is minus 112, over 5.5 minus 122, under 5.5 plus 102. Joel, back to you.
Yeah, this is a pretty crazy high line. I can't remember the Wild being this big favorites all season long. But the Sharks, of course, are really bad. But they're still playing, guys. They're still trying. Just not very successfully. Yeah, them and the Blackhawks are in a race to finish bottom there. To get the best draft lottery odds, I guess. But yeah, that's still just a crazy high price. And the Wild, yeah, they're likely going to make the playoffs, almost certainly, unless the Flames do something miraculous and the Wild just totally fall apart. But that's highly unlikely. So yeah, I think that they're sitting pretty there in that 8 spot. Maybe they want to get the 7 spot. I don't know. Knights or the Jets, you're fucked either way. So yeah, this spot doesn't matter really. So. But minus 305 is just a crazy high price. So it's just Sharks plus 245. And the total under 5.5. I give it up on these Sharks overs for the most part. They can only score against the bad teams, really. And yeah, it's a Wild game, so they're just going to be boring, even though yeah, they don't care too much either. So under 5.5 at plus 102. I think that's a pretty good price there. And the Sharks, if you had to play a side.
Yeah, I agree with that. Sharks is the only way you can look here. Plus 245, maybe a plus 1.5, minus 108. Minnesota coming off an overtime win after 4 straight losses. They played earlier this season, a 3-1 win for Minnesota on the road. Sharks did outshoot them 37-22, so they did have some decent puck possession there against them, but you can't bet the Wild minus 305. I did see that Kaprizov and Eriksson Ek are both returned to practice today. I'm not sure how much they're going to be playing before the playoffs, or if they're just trying to get ready for that. But yeah, Sharks plus 245. Maybe a draw play here at plus 390. Sharks do tend to go to overtime a little bit, and Wild have gone to overtime in 3 of their past 4. So that's probably my favorite bet there. But yeah, besides the under, though, under 5.5. It should be Gustafsson, I would imagine. And who's even the Sharks starting goalie now? Is it
It's the descendant of the Romanov
Georgiev
family? Yeah,
Georgiev and Romanov is the guy there. So that gives me some pause there. But yeah, under 5.5, like a boring 3-1, 3-2 overtime win for the Wild here. Right, down to 10 p.m. now. Got the St. Louis Blues plus 105 at the Edmonton Oilers minus 125. Over 5.5 minus 120. Under 5.5 plus 100 here. I saw Draisaitl skated yesterday for morning skate. Not sure if he practiced today for the Oilers, but Blues finally saw their winning streak come to an end. Lost 3-1 in Winnipeg, got outshot 25-15. I saw some Blues fans saying after that game they do not want to see Winnipeg in the playoffs. And they got outshot 39-22, 28-19 in their previous 2 games as well that they squeaked out against Colorado and Pittsburgh. Edmonton, though, coming home from a 4-game road trip out west. So I guess we do have a Malinsky special here for the Blues. That's the only way I could possibly look at plus 105, but I am a bit wary that Draisaitl could come back and we could get a bigger number on the Blues. So just looking the Blues way. As for the total, probably looking to the under here. Edmonton has been playing a bunch of low-scoring games in their past 5, but not a strong play for either of those.
Yeah, I'll take the Blues. Why not? I know that their win streak was fairly fraudulent, but yeah, still dogs. The Oilers come back from that road trip. That's a good situation for St. Louis. Yeah, I don't know if they want to play the Knights anymore than the Jets, but you're
exactly,
yeah, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, kind of thing. But yeah, Blues here plus 105. Oilers. I don't think Draisaitl will play. I think he'll be back for the game after this, but that could change, of course. It's always tricky reading these NHL injury reports. You never know what's going on there. Often before, like an hour before the game. So yeah, Blues plus 105 for now. And the total, I agree with you with the under 5.5 for all the reasons you said. I don't got much more to add on that front.
Just going back to the Wild game real quick. Looks like Marc-Andre Fleury is confirmed to start that one. So, even more reason to back the Sharks if you want to. Yeah. So what do you think about Draisaitl for the Hart here? You want to talk about that? Talk about that now?
Right. Yeah. I don't think that there's a good case to be made for Hellebuyck at this point. Like all the more prominent voters are saying it's Draisaitl. Like, right, even though some of them were right before he got injured, I don't think missing a few games is going to matter too much. And the Hellebuyck cases has been it's been trimmed down quite a bit because he hasn't been playing well for like the past couple months. And yeah, I'm sure you mentioned all this yesterday with Comrie getting the shutout last time. Like, when's the last time Hellebuyck had a shutout? Well, I guess he did have one a few weeks ago. But still, it's more about the Jets defense, like arguably the best defense in the league. You can maybe make a case for the Kings, but I would still take the Jets over LA. So yeah, and that argument is out there. It's strong. So the Hellebuyck voters, the Hellebuyck lobbyists, I think are thinning out because of that argument. So yeah, that's just the other day, Justin Bourne, another voter, was saying that he would vote for McKinnon, and he gave a lot of the same reasons that we did in terms of why Hellebuyck probably won't win. So yeah, just more and more voters I'm hearing are saying it's Draisaitl or even McKinnon. So that's the way to look. Yeah, Draisaitl's still a plus money a lot of places, and McKinnon's out there too if you want to take a longer shot. But I don't think Hellebuyck's winning. I guess he could still win, but he would be third likeliest in my reckoning.
Yeah, I agree. Hellebuyck plus 110 right now. Draisaitl you can get plus 120 as worse as minus 115. I think those are decent prices. I am waiting to see if Draisaitl's going to play in this one. If he is, I'll probably just hit it right then. But if not, I imagine it'll go up a bit. McKinnon 8-1, I think still is still a good price. He's tied for the league lead in points with 115. I think he has the most even strength points. Yeah, 78 even strength points, 4 more than Pasta, 5 more than Draisaitl. I think he should get it, but Draisaitl seems to have more of the narrative, especially if he does come back sooner than later.
Eichel should get it.
Kucherov should get it. Kucherov's the one who should get it.
Yeah, you're right. Kucherov should get it.
Yeah,
but Eichel should get some love here.
Eichel is truly the most valuable player. If you take him off the Knights, they're still a playoff team, but not nearly as good.
Exactly. Like they got the number 1 power play in the league, and you know why? Because it's Eichel is finally figured out how to play on that wing there. He's involved in everything the Knights do on the power play. And that's a big reason why they are going to win the division.
Yep. Right down to the final game on Wednesday at 10 p.m. Got the Calgary Flames -148 at the Anaheim Ducks +124. Over 5.5 -130. Under 5.5 +110. Joel, close it out.
I'm done with these Ducks games, man. They are a very frustrating team to watch. I think it was Jason Bukala was saying today on Real Kipper and Born that the Ducks look like they got the most miserable bench in the league. Like all the coaches just look like they're about to walk the plank. They just got misery written all over their faces, and they play like it. The Ducks do, which makes no sense considering all the young talent they have. And just hopefully they get some new coaching staff in there, and they can finally develop that talent the way it's supposed to be and play some fun hockey, much like the Sharks do. It's not a fun team to watch. That said, they are at home. They are getting a few results here and there, and the Flames inconsistent as hell, especially on the road. I know they need the game like blood, but -148 I think is a little bit too high. But I got nothing in this one. Under 5.5 +110. Fuck the Ducks. Let's just have another dumb, boring Anaheim game, and hopefully Dustin Wolf does something in net and prevent this game from going over. But this is, if you can't tell, I'm not going to be watching or betting this game.
Yeah, same. If anything, that under 5.5, especially at +110, that's a pretty good number. It seems like as long as it's still stalled. It is the first half of back-to-back for Anaheim. Wolf and Vladar, I guess, are the same on the road for the Flames. But it looks like Wolf started 4 in a row, so maybe Vladar does get this one. But yeah, I don't think I can back him at -148. Maybe another draw play here. Anaheim's gone to overtime 3 of their past 10. Calgary 3 of their past 6 and 5 of their past 10. So maybe like a 2-2 final score. Could very easily see a 3-2 overtime game here. But just the under 5.5 +110. And I guess Anaheim at home. But like you said, Calgary. If Minnesota somehow loses to San Jose and Calgary wins here in Anaheim, they're just 2 points back with a game in hand. So.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was that close.
They're still alive. Yeah, I did not realize either. I saw they're like -600 to miss, and I was like, that's almost worth it given the markets. But like, it's not. They're way close.
What the hell is going on in this Islanders Preds game?
I saw it was 3-3. Is it
4-4? 5 minutes left in the second period. Islanders Preds. Okay, highest scoring game of the day. I didn't bet the salami today, but that would be the first time an Islanders game was the highest scoring game on the slate.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah. Right. That's the 5-game slate for Wednesday, April 9th. A few puck plays here. For me, just 2. I have the Flyers +154 and the Blues +105, both for 20 bucks.
Yeah, because that's all the money you have left. Shit, I guess I got to make some bets. Actually, I don't mind a few things here. Give me the Lightning. Give me on the puck line +160.
Lightning puck line.
Yeah, plus 15 bucks.
All right.
And give me the Flyers +160, 15 bucks. And the over 5.5 -118, 20 bucks. And give me the Blues +105, 20 bucks. And that's it.
I didn't realize the Flyers moved up to a 160. Even better. I like that.
There you go.
All right, there's a puck bucks there around the 30-minute mark of the video for you podcast viewers, YouTube videos. You want to go back and watch it there. I'm going to touch on some futures here after the break, but we are brought to you by Underdog. Time for my bonus Underdog Pick'em. Underdog Pick'em, you can play any sport and win up to 100 times your entry. Also got the Zamboni best puck for the playoffs. So make sure you sign up with promo code HGP to claim your special pick and first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code HGP. And Rhythm is your home for AI backed picks and props. Rhythm is now live for Major League Baseball. Plus, they got models for NBA and golf. Picks so good it feels like cheating. Building your own model is simple and easy. Rhythm has some amazing deals going on now. 25% off monthly subscription with promo code SGPN25 and 50% off annual subscription with promo code SGPN50. That's RITHMM, promo code SGPN25 or SGPN50. All right, yeah, we're going to look at some futures here. You have any interest where we start? Western Conference, East, anything you've placed recently?
The West is best. No, I mean, well, I'm always parlaying, Knights and Lightning with stuff, but
OKC.
A little bit off of that right now. The line's always all the way up to like minus 160. Yeah, that was more when it was around even money, but yeah, and some Celtics, I guess they're a little bit of a better of a price now. And they only have really the Cavaliers to worry about. I don't know. Nobody else is taking out Boston. So I just think that they're going to be much bigger than minus 140 favorites in the Eastern Conference final. And the Cavaliers, I think that they could be bounced more easily. They'll probably have to play the Knicks along the way. Actually, no, the Celtics will have to play the Knicks because they're not going to get the 1 seed there. So anyway, so that's something I've been parlaying with. But yeah, where we're starting, West, East.
We can start in the West here. I have the Western Conference odds up, not to Stanley Cup, but to make the Stanley Cup final here. But it seems like here you either bet Vegas, Edmonton, or wait to see who wins that first round Dallas Colorado series, right? Like there's no point in betting them.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's you just look at the path, and the Knights and Jets are going to be big favorites against their opponents in the first round. So just working it out that way, those are the only bets I would make here in the West. Yeah, the Avalanche Stars are going to beat each other up. I would much rather bet the Avs right now, though, especially at a better price. They're playing better hockey than Dallas are. And I know Dallas had a big point streak, but they were getting outplayed. Like the coach was fucking them up the whole time. Like the Stars were getting after him, the fans were getting after him. And yeah, so they're not playing that well, but their goaltending has really stood up from both the Smith and Ottinger. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that Stars being the favorite right now. I don't understand that because they're gonna have the toughest path again. They're gonna have to play the Avs, then they're gonna have to play the Jets, right? Is that how it works? Because they're in the central side.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how it works. So
yeah,
play the Jets, and then they'd have to play the Knights or the Oilers, most likely. So yeah, Stars are fucked. So I do not want to bet the Stars at anything close to these prices. Yeah, that's a waste of money, I think, especially if you don't know what Heskinen's back. Like this guy is so crucial for how they play. It sounds like they're a little more optimistic that he'll return at some point in the first round, but that's still a question mark. And yeah, the Avalanche looked like one of the best teams since the trade deadline, getting those guys in. So yeah, it's stay away from the Stars right now. I would say Knights or Jets would be the bets I would make at this point.
Yeah, I feel like Knights, they're plus 550. Even, they're plus 380 at some book. I think that's a little bit low, but 5-1 for the Knights to win the West is pretty good. I think they're 11-1 to win the Cup. But if you want to bet Vegas to win the Cup, what am I going to say to bet, Joel?
Fucking Jack Eichel, Conn Smythe.
Jack Eichel for Conn Smythe, 25-1. I don't really get that one. The Knights are 11-1 to win the Cup. He's 25-1 to win the Conn Smythe. There's not going to be any Jonathan Marchessault shenanigans this time around. Eichel's going to get it if they win the Cup.
Yeah, he's a lot better now than he was 2 years ago. Plus, Marchessault had a crazy scoring streak. I don't know. You'd have to take something ridiculous like that happen again to take it away from Eichel, especially now that he's got so much more love in the media and the people who vote on those things. So yeah, definitely a good bet.
Yeah. Other Conn Smythes here. Dallas has too many guys to look at. I would just rather take them or see who does well in the first round. Same with the Avs. Oilers, McDavid's 15-1. He'd probably get it. Draisaitl 22-1. That's, split the difference there if you want to do both of them. But Jets are 12-1. Hellebuck is 18-1. I feel like that's probably who wins it if they win it all. But I don't think anyone on this show or listening to the show thinks the Jets can actually win it all.
I think they could.
If they get, I guess if they get a good path, if the Stars and Avs like go 7,
yeah, and the
5,
Jets, they didn't quite fall apart like I expected earlier in the season. Like Hellebuck just needs to not be dead tired again. I don't know. Like I think that's the biggest concern for them is if Hellebuck just plays like he did in the regular season, I think the Jets could easily win. But he's got a history of not exactly performing as well in the playoffs as he does in the regular season. So that's the concern with the Jets. But if he does, then yeah, hell yeah, they can win it.
Yeah, and if you're one of these people that think the Blues can go on another 2019 run, they're 44-1 for the Cup, and Bennington is 100-1 for Conn Smythe. So I feel like that would be the angle if you like the Blues. I don't know who likes the Blues.
We do not like the Blues.
We do not like the Blues.
The Blues will lose.
All right, let's go over to the Eastern Conference then, unless you have anything else on the West.
No, I'm I'm on traditional side. I'm not used to looking at Conn Smythe stuff before the end of the regular season, and certainly my books don't because I only have one book that offers that market right now.
Yeah, just trying to find a little segment here with a five game slate on Wednesday. East, I mean, you got the Panthers as the easy favorite there, plus 350. Lightning.
All right, wait a second. Massive win for the Habs. Oh yes, this is high leverage. Got the Red Wings. Need them to have under 84.5 points for one of my many point total unders on the Detroit, and then the Habs if they get to 90 points, fucking 10-1, big bet there wins. So 3 points to go for the Habs, and Red Wings still need 5 or 6 in 5 games. So great win there. That makes me in a little better mood. Yeah,
Red Wings were getting hot there. They're getting one of those teams that is close to being eliminated and turning it on. It seemed to be a lot of those teams this year. Well, every year.
You know what? It's only 4-1. You know what? After all these fucking March Madness shenanigans, game's not over yet. They still have 50 seconds left to.
They could score a 3-pointer. A 3-point shot, tie it up. East, you got Panthers, Lightning, Canes, Caps, Leafs, all between, all around 5-1. That seems to be the group that could come out of the East. Like the Devils, I'm completely writing them off. The Sens, I don't think they have what it takes to make the Cup this year. The Canadians would need a crazy run. They're 50-1 for the East. They are 120-1 for the Cup. But if you're looking to bet the Canadians to win the Cup, bet Lane Hudson 500-1 for Conn Smythe.
Oh, we didn't talk about Ivan Demidov coming
over. Oh, no, Demidov's coming over. Yeah, that's huge for the Canadians.
I just wanted to pick this guy up because the Russian guys are saying that he's 50% better than Michkov was in his time there. He's ahead of Kaprizov at his age when he was there. So this guy seems to be the real deal. And yeah, he led his team in scoring, which is the first time a kid his age has ever done that for a KHL team. So that's pretty wild.
I mean, I don't hate the Canadians. We were talking before. I think they could beat the Caps in the first round. I saw today FanDuel has a market where you can bet on like a team to win 1+ playoff series. It's not active right now, but it was 3-1 for the Habs earlier, which I think is going to be around the price of the series. The only worry, I guess, is if they catch the Sens and have to play the Leafs or the Atlantic winner in the first round, then I wouldn't like it as much. But they're 5 points behind the Sens with 5 to go. I feel like that's pretty much locked in for the Wild.
If the Leafs win the division, I'd much rather play the Leafs than the Capitals.
Well, yeah.
You know how the Leafs play against their division rivals.
Yeah, and right now it's slated to be Leafs Sens in the first round. I'd probably take the Sens there. They own them. They swept the season series this year 3-0. I feel like they've been great against them since we started podcasting.
Yeah. I haven't really studied the series stuff yet, but East in general, yeah, you know where I'm going. It's the only bet I like is the Lightning, although with the division still in flux, there could be better ways to play it, depending on who they play. If they get the first seed, I think they pound the Sens, so you'd like it even more. Yeah. Do not love it if they have to play the Panthers in the first round. Then their path just becomes that much tougher, and they'll be banged up. Even if they clean them out in like 5 or 6, it'll still be a war. You only need 4 games against the Panthers to get beat up. So, yeah, hopefully they don't have to play Florida. Florida won today, so yeah, the division race back on. Lightning beat Toronto tomorrow. All of a sudden, yeah, we're looking good again. yeah, it's Lightning or nothing here. I don't see anything else I'm interested in. Certainly not the bottom three: Devils, Sens, Canadians. Definitely not Leafs. Bottom four, definitely not. Capitals, slightly interesting just because of the path. They're going to have a very likely round one win, and yeah, they have a tough team, but not to win the cup, but to win the East. I think they can, because I think they lose to whoever comes out of the West. Yeah, and Logan Thompson's injured too.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. Yeah,
he's been a rock, so I don't know how to hit his status. And you know how I feel about the Hurricanes. They're a weaker team now, and they've never been a good playoff team. So yeah, it's only Lightning for me, and the Panthers just too short now, and we don't know about Tkachuk exactly how good to go he'll be.
Yeah, I don't think the Panthers can make another run to the Cup final here. It's not 3 years in a row. With this path, it's going to be Lightning, then either Leafs or Sens, and then either probably the Caps or the Canes in the conference final, and then whoever comes out of the West. Like, I feel like it's just way too much for the Panthers to overcome. So yeah, Lightning I feel like are the best play right now. They're 5-1.
Conn Smythe. What's that?
5-1 for the East. Lightning are 12-1 for the Cup. Kucherov and Vasi are both 30-1 for Conn.
30.
30.
Oh,
30-1 for
Kucherov. Oh yes,
if
I
could talk into some. So you'll have Eichel 25-1 and Kucherov 30-1. There's your two bullets out of the gate.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then Devils don't have it. Sens don't have it. Canadians, maybe they run into some luck. They take down the Caps. Canes choke, and somehow Montembeault catches fire. But they're happy to have playoff hockey. Having playoff hockey back in Montreal is going to be awesome for them. So going to be good to see.
Oui.
All right, we are not podcasting tomorrow. So do you have any Masters advice for people to fade this weekend?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just fun. Like I seldom bet stuff before golf tournaments now. I just save a lot of money and then just fire away on Saturday and Sunday, was the only time I'm watching to begin with. So, and it's also I think a more attackable market when it's Saturday, Sunday. You can just attack the live stuff. It's a lot easier for me anyway. Just looking at the guys I think are frauds and then fading them. But it hasn't worked out too well lately, but it still worked out better than when I had like massive portfolios before the tournament and most of them lost, or most of the bets lost. But anyway, yeah, it's the Masters. It's a major. I'm going to be going heavy. Basically just betting all the guys I like to cheer for. Sepp Straka, of course. 80-1, top 20. Yeah, I got some bridge jumping stuff. John Rahm, low Spaniard, minus 200. He's going to be playing against Sergio Garcia, who apparently is killing it and live this year. So maybe don't go too heavy on that one, or you might actually have to jump off a bridge. And we got Steven Yeager, minus 300 against Bernard Langer. He's an old guy. He's a legend, but he's old, and he probably won't even make the cut. And Steven Yeager is one of the better younger golfers. Maybe not. He's not that young, but he's a newcomer to the scene. Who else do I have outright? So I got Scheffler, like a couple parlays, like with Liverpool to win the Premier League, which they're going to do, and of course Canada Four Nations from a while back. So yeah, that's Scheffler stuff. And John Rahm, I think I like John Rahm quite a bit. He's top 10 in all his live starts this year. He hasn't won one yet, but he's playing really well. And of course, he's won this before 2 years ago. His price has fallen a little bit, but yeah, I don't know if you still find like a 15-1 or better in John Rahm. That's pretty good. And yeah, I think that Rory is a good bet, I think, for positionals. I don't know if he's going to win, because I could see him getting close, because he needs this one to finish his Grand Slam, and he keeps choking. But I could see him being in the mix at least. I just don't know if he can maintain the composure if he's close, And so yeah, I would stay away from the outright, but the top 5 or something like that for Rory might be a good look. If you want to attack them. But yeah, the big Morikawa is a big hit. Shane Lowry is a big hit in terms of like the talking heads, the betting content out there. I'm not doing that. Xander Schauffele is getting some love. Yeah, I don't know. Watch one of those guys win, but I'm going with one of the Europeans, like Sepp Straka, John Rahm, Victor Hovland from a while back, just before he won his last win there, out of nowhere. Like, the guy's been not playing well, the golf wilderness, but he did have a random win. So whatever, hopefully he can play well here in Augusta. But yeah, it's really just cheering on. Don't take this advice seriously. I'm just gonna have a fun time.
Yeah, this is when golf season starts and books start giving out boosts and free bets for golf and whatnot. So I'll find some value to use those on. I'll find something to use there. Also, forgot to mention Gabe Landeskog. Looks like he's going to be able to make it back soon, hopefully, for the Avs. So that would be a huge boost for them.
Definitely, even if he's just on the bench, just playing third line minutes, he's going to be a good luck charmer, that kind of thing. Just an awesome leader, awesome guy. Everybody loves him. So kind of like we were talking about with Ovechkin, like just could be a galvanizing force for the team.
Yeah, and he's got that documentary coming out. That looks like it's going to be awesome. So yeah, should be good stuff there in Colorado. All right. Anything else before we close it out?
Negative.
All right. Follow us on Twitter at HockeySGPN. Subscribe on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. Leave reviews, leave comments, leave likes. We like all that stuff. And I am Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop. And
I'm Joel Meyer, and you might have me find me looking for another job before Lent is over if this continues.